Hi Libra, welcome in monthly reading for the month of September. So if you are a Libra Sun Moon Rising, then feel welcome to watch this video, and if my light will get better, that will be great. Okay. So the first card you got, Libra, for the month of September is Death Reversed. Which kind of tells me that you've got some changes that you don't like and you resist and you are scared of, probably. You are holding on to past, but it's mostly like you are scared of those changes because maybe they come after some bad luck, I would say. Because we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed, which tells me about some bad luck, bad things happening. Some bad things happening, and maybe those are those changes that might be kind of looking at first bad, but they are just kind of the beginning of a change, of a new kind of path, and that's why you are scared of this change, because it comes after something uncomfortable, after something that you consider as something bad or maybe negative in your life. But it's really just you being afraid about what's after this. It might be that those are some changes in the family, maybe family business, I get. But yeah, it might be most like it's just something related to the family, but also to some stability that was maybe ended. It might be a lot of about the material stuff also. Yeah, I get a lot of like business, maybe family business, something like that. It might be related, not for all of you, of course. But yeah, and this bad luck, if I can call it like that, something just unfortunate happens, and after that comes the change, and you're just like afraid of that. You just don't. But at the end, you just don't see like there's any other way out of it. Like you can't really escape from it. Like you want to free yourself from this change or this this thing that is coming. You want to, like, because we have a freedom, you just want to like escape from this what comes after this, like this change, this kind of thoughts. Something is just like sucking out the energy out of you, and you don't see any a way out, basically. Like, but there's also something that you don't see. You're like closed-minded on some level. You're just maybe looking at the negatives of the situation, which is of course not good. Like, also we have the Two of Pentacles reversed, which is kind of telling me like you're kind of listening to your ego, kind of. Like maybe you, as I said, you have some negative thoughts and stuff like that, and you are listening to them instead of like thinking positively or even realistically. And yeah, there's also like kind of this listening only to your ego and not what is telling your intuition. And that might be because of your ego, you are afraid of those changes, and only because of that. And that is what's keeping you, that is what is kind of sucking the energy out of you. Like you yourself are doing this because you're letting your ego kind of control your thoughts. Yeah, I kind of get a lot of this feeling like you are controlled by your ego and by fear of losing something, especially like material stuff like money, or as I said, business or something like that. Just something was stable and kind of looking great, but now you are afraid that because of this change that happened, this unfortunate thing happening, you are afraid that you will lose it, and that's why you're controlled by your ego. You're only focused on not losing this fortune you have. That is King of Pentacles reverse, by the way. You're like only looking at your fortune, about your stability that you might lose, just on material stuff. And that's your ego. That's why you're not listening to yourself, to your higher self, to your intuition, because you keep listening to your ego. You're ignoring your intuition. And also, because you are so focused on not losing those material stuff, not only material stuff, it might be anything, just you being focused on this something with your ego. That's why in the month of September, Libra, you might be a little bit mean to others, to yourself, to just in overall, just like you will not have this charm. You will be just like mean and really like greedy and stuff like that, just out of this kind of energy and being controlled by your ego and the fear of losing something that might be important to you. Yeah, because we have like Queen of Coins reverse, the Queen of Wands reverse, which is telling me basically like there's a lot of energy of being like this mean person, greedy person. Yeah, not really nice energy, I would say. But we have the High Priestess, which is telling me that at the end you will listen to your intuition. Also, for the energy of September, we have also the Knowledge. And just look how similar those cards are. Like a lot of blue and this High Priestess. Like they look really similar. And the meaning, knowledge, very similar. So there's a lot of kind of this realizing something, like listening to your intuition at the end and letting the energy flow in, because we have the Fool, which is telling me that you finally, maybe at the end of the month, will be able to let this new fresh energy come in, right? You will kind of realize something. And why? That's because we have the Six of Cups, which is telling me that you kind of are able to let this fresh new energy in, because you kind of separate yourself from the ego at the end. Because maybe you remember some old stuff from the past, and it kind of helps you like separate yourself from the present moment and kind of go a little bit to the past, right? Something about the past is coming, like maybe you will kind of meet someone from the past, or whatever it might be. It might be just anything, or maybe even your higher self kind of telling you something and you finally accept it. But there's definitely a lot about knowledge and intuition that is coming through, especially at the end of the month. Also, as an advice, we have gain more information, and you have the High Priestess and knowledge, and gain more knowledge, more information, which is like telling basically the same stuff, is you kind of realizing something or getting knowledge about something. Also, I see like at the beginning we also have like the energy of endurance, if I say this right, endurance. Oh, it's you basically like being afraid that maybe you will not be able to make it, because I said there's something that happened, maybe not too positive, and you were just like scared, like you didn't know like if you would be able to keep going after this bad thing happened. You are not sure if you are able to take this, but I see like at the end of the month your perception might change a little, and I feel like you might listen to your intuition and make some good choice. Also, we have the freedom. As I said, it's you kind of, and with Eight of Swords, is you might be also making some decision about something, but something is definitely like sucking you in, like you don't see like the way out, and you just get your ego is kind of like making you drained out and not a nice energy. But I see like at the end of September you will free yourself from it. Even if you might think like, ooh, there's so much swords, I can't get out. Definitely no. But at the end of the month, once you will get this realization, once you will listen to your intuition, you will just free yourself completely from it. And why? Because I feel like it's something related to the compassion. Because you have compassion, and with the Six of Cups, it tells me a little bit of like giving. Like as I said, at the beginning of month, you are like this greedy, irritated person who is fearing losing their whatever it might be. You're just like fearing losing something. That's why you are so greedy and stuff, mean, right? But at the end of the month, with this High Priestess, something is happening, and you just start having this compassion. So I don't know what it might mean in your situation, but what you give, you receive later. So what you kind of give to the universe, it gives you it back. So there's something that I wanted to throw in that popped into my mind, but yeah. So this shift will kind of give you this compassion, and you will start giving, because you see him like giving. Yeah. And we have like this old times, this old building or something. I just kind of see like you will start maybe finding more inner child inside of you, and like this flying, and you see like these birds, and I sort of like this like, see, here is a bird, here is like this how it's called, I don't know, I don't know how it was called. Oh my god, like you see him having these bows to fly, and here they have bows to fly too. Bows to fly. Yeah, it's like you like being able to fly finally, like you finding this kind of inner child, like there's some like major shift. Like whoa. Like there's some like new faith. You have this new faith in yourself, because at the beginning you were like not sure if you'll be able to take this, but then you just gain this strength and faith, and you're just like, hell yeah, I can do this, and you can fly. You just have so much faith, and you can fly. So that's interesting. And we have also the clear communication. Yeah, clear communication, and with compassion. I don't know what it might mean to you. Maybe it's like clear communication with your intuition and higher self. Maybe you finally listen to your higher self and intuition. Also with this compassion and with this High Priestess, and with Six of Cups, I kind of get like this motherly energy. Like you'll be finally able to maybe take care of others in some way, like think about others. It might came into your mind. This shift of energy might be about you kind of caring about others. or giving something to others. Yeah. But I guess that's it. So let me know in the comments down below if video resonated. If it did, leave a like also, and I don't know, if you wanna see my face a few times a month, then leave a like, I guess. And thank you so much for watching, and have a nice rest of the month. Take care.